I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day.
Wednesday
Superman
morning, the
got
Mighty 790 KFJO, the morning crew. Doug Lear, Bonnie Amistadi, thank you for joining us.
I'm only one call
Young lady from our region was in Lower Manhattan when that attack took place yesterday. Harley Wilson, formerly of Jamestown, joining us now in the KFGO morning crew. Good morning to you, Harley.
Good morning.
How are you doing this morning?
Well, a little tired from yesterday's events, but I'm doing pretty good.
Has it settled in? What happened yesterday with the 8 people killed in this attack? Has it hit you yet?
It didn't really hit me until I got back to my hotel room and I turned on the TV and every news channel it was on the news, and then I realized how big of an event it actually was.
No, set us up. Where were you exactly in proximity to where this happened, Harley?
We were actually just pulling out of the 9/11 memorial, so we were about a block and a half away.
What was your first sign that something different than what you expected was going on?
Well, as I was pulling out, the traffic randomly, New York traffic as bad as it is, but it was really clogged up. And, there's always police sirens going around here, but there was a lot. And then I saw like 3 or 4 of the vans full of police and a SWAT truck head down there. And as I was sitting there, there was just tons and tons of cops. Like, I counted 16 cops fly by as we were just sitting there waiting. So that's pretty much the moment I knew something bigger was going on. So,
What was your instinct, Harley? Did you try to run a different direction, or what did you do?
actually, no, we just kind of rolled up our windows, locked the doors, and I turned on my police scanner.
And what were you hearing on the scanner?
So at first it was just a lot of panicking. This is an active crime scene. Make sure you detour traffic away from here. Keep it away from the West Side Highway. Keep it away from the bike path, everything. And then within maybe like 5 minutes, it turned into he's got a gun, shots fired.
We're visiting with Harley Wilson, formerly of Jamestown, North Dakota. Again, we're talking about that deadly attack in Lower Manhattan, New York City yesterday. She was about a block away. 8 people killed in that attack. I think the latest numbers we were seeing about 11 people injured. And go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted you there, Harley.
As I was sitting there, then FDR Drive and the Brooklyn Bridge, which are like the 2 main ways in and out of Manhattan, they were shut down. And so the more I was sitting there and the more we were getting stuck in traffic and the more I was hearing them say that there were shots fired and that multiple people were down and we couldn't get out of traffic, the more and more I was like starting to panic.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it helped with the police scanner being on because then I could actually know what was going on.
Could you see the crime scene from where you were at?
No, I couldn't see it from where I was at. I could hear it, though. I could hear a lot of panicking, I was watching people run past the car, but I didn't actually see the crime scene.
About how long were you essentially stuck there or unable to relocate?
It was probably a good 25 minutes before we could get out of the area.
Did you fear for your safety at all, Harley?
The only time I started really getting scared for my safety was when I could start seeing people running closer and closer past our car and getting stuck in between a bunch of police officers.
Were they coming by reassuring you that the situation was under control at all?
Oh, no. There was the cops just running. Okay, so there was like civilians running like behind us, away from us, and then there was cops running towards the crime scene, and nobody stopped to say anything. So we were just kind of sitting there in the dark, just listening to the police scanner.
Yeah, they're trying to take care of a situation, not knowing what they're dealing with, so that there is understandable. What about this morning now? I know you guys are an hour ahead of us, so you're 8:45 there. Have you been out yet this morning, or can you see out your windows? What kind of mood does it seem to be there?
Oh, it's definitely like really quiet, more quiet than usual.
Had you been down to that area before in the past?
No, this is our first time ever being up here. We've only been here for 2 days.
Do you plan to stay? I mean, are you afraid? Did this put some fear in you at all, being in a big city like that?
No, I guess not really. I mean, I kind of expect going to a big city like this that something's bound to happen. I just didn't figure it was going to happen so quickly or so majorly.
Yeah, it goes to show, I mean, it doesn't matter where you are, these random,
Man.
if it was a lone wolf attack, which we're hearing some reports of that coming out of the national media, I mean, it doesn't matter where you are. It just goes to show it can happen anywhere.
Exactly. Well, and I even heard a couple ladies on the street talking about how they would have never expected it to happen in Lower Manhattan, of all places. So
Harley Wilson, a Jamestown native, kind enough to give us some time. She was within block of Lower Manhattan where this act of terror took place yesterday.
Harley, thanks for sharing your story, and we are glad to hear that you are safe.
thank you so much.
You bet. Thank you. You never want to be around anything like that.
No, and one of the things that she says is, like, in this day and this time, that when you're in big cities, you're not, unfortunately, in this day and this time, you're not shocked or surprised when something like this happens. That's, wow.
And she was I was going to say she was able to notify friends, family too via social media that she was safe. So people, her loved ones and stuff knew that she was safe. Which
one
was
of the great
a
attributes
thing.
of social media in this time is you can
Absolutely.
let everybody know that you are safe.